In this video, we will be looking at what variables are, how we can change them, and what their uses are. So, if you saw the previous videos in the series, you would have a Trinket account. So let's go to trinket.io, make sure you're logged in once you're in trinket.io. Then press your username in the top right corner and select New Trinket Python 3. And now we have a new Trinket. Well, a new program, but they call it a Trinket. So a variable is basically a container that has a number, a string, or a calculation, but we're going to be using numbers in this. And strings are basically text with no value. So, and all variables have a name, so we'll name our variable x. And we'll assign 4 to x, so x is equal to 4. Don't worry about the syntax. The important part is what I'm saying, which is the programming concepts. And let's just create another variable so we can do other things like add them together after. And basically, whenever we use x or y, it's basically just replacing it with the number it's assigned to. So we can say print x, and we could also say print y, and it should print 4 and then 3, because it's just replacing x with what it's assigned to, 4, and the same thing for y. And we can also change these numbers by adding to them, multiplying them, dividing them. It doesn't matter what you do. And we could say x is equal to x plus 4. So we're adding, let's just do 5 because x is already equal to 4. Let's just say x is equal to x plus 5, so that's adding 5 to x. So it's basically saying that we want the new x, this is the new x, to be equal to the old x plus 5. This line makes more sense than what I'm about to show you. We could say x plus equals 5, but you'll normally use this once you program more because it's faster. And we could print x again. And printing is a function. So print is a function, and we have these parentheses after. And functions are basically reusable code that performs a certain task. And print is a built-in function, so we don't have to define it because Guido van Rossum, the creator of Python, did that for us. So we can see if we run this, 4, because it prints x, and then y, which is 3, and then we changed x. We add 5 to it, and 4 plus 5 is 9, so we print that, and we get a 9 at the bottom there. Okay, so we could also say, and we could, let's just cover this, x times equal, and I know I put this asterisk, but since we use x for variable names and a bunch of stuff in programming, we just use the asterisk for multiplying. So just like the plus equal, we could multiply equal 2. And you could see if we print x, it prints 18, because 9 times equal 2. Multiply 9 by 2, and you get 18. Okay, and we could also say print x plus y, and we get 21 because y we still haven't changed even though we can. Y is still equal to 3. Okay, and let's look at a use for variables. So again, don't worry about the syntax. We will cover the syntax in later videos. And syntax is basically just the kind of thing you write. It's not concepts. It's just like print. Sometimes we use other syntax to print other things. Just for example, in a programming language called C, we would say print F, or yeah, in other languages we do other things like this. But that doesn't matter right now. I'm just showing you that there's a lot of different ways to print things. Like this is how you do it in Java. Okay, enough of that. Doesn't really matter right now. And we could say, okay, so let's make a conditional statement in Python. So that's basically if the criteria is met, if a certain thing is true, do something. Otherwise, do something else. Okay, so let's just get rid of all of this. Actually, let's just not use x and y so we can actually keep that. Let's say a is equal to 11. If a is greater than 10, actually, let's just say greater than 9 for what I'm going to do. And please don't worry about the syntax. I'm just writing it out because it kind of makes sense if a is greater than 9. Don't worry about the semicolon and the space that is there because it has to be, but we'll cover the syntax in later videos. If a is greater than 9, it is 11 is greater than 9. Print greater than 9. Greater than 9. We can print anything. Please don't worry about this print syntax. I know I have quotes there. It's on purpose. We'll cover that in another video. Greater than 9. And we use else. Else is basically another word for otherwise in programming. Well, in Python. Lots of other programming languages too. So we could say otherwise, else, print, less, or equal to 9. Perfect. And let's run this. And you see we got greater than 9. And let's say it's just 9. So it is not greater than 9 is not greater than 9. It's equal to 9. It says less or equal to 9, and that is correct. So let's just remember what we covered. We covered what variables are. We covered how we can change them. There are many more ways to change them. And we covered their uses. Well, we covered one use. I gave an example. They can be used for many other things. You'll use them all the time in programming. There are many more uses. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It is totally okay if you don't fully understand this because we will go over it again in the next few videos and you'll get good practice. Okay, thank you. And if you still don't understand in future videos, you can just come back to the video. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next video.